So as we wrap up our conversation today, we're going to take you through some of the ways that we help people with video communications here at i2i Technologies. This is our specialty. It is what we do very well with a variety of organizations. So Ken, you want to kick it off and tell it?
Yeah. The first thing we can do to help people is just have a conversation. So I would encourage anybody to reach out to us. As you can tell, if you watch any of our video conversations, we love talking about this stuff. So if you're like, yeah, should we do virtual on this event? Should we do hybrid? Like, what's all involved? Like, just hit us up, right? Just be like, hey, can we get like 30 minutes to just pick your guys' brains on this? We're trying to figure out if we want to do this or not. So we're always open to a conversation, obviously free of charge. We're not going to be like, well, do you have a retainer with us? We don't go down that path on that. So yeah, we're always open to like a brief conversation where you're just like, hey, we're want to dip our toe. We're not sure if we want to get in the pool or not, if this is the right time for us. Cause, sometimes it's not the right time. It's like, yeah, I don't know if that makes sense for you or not, depending on what you're, again, I said this earlier, like, what are the goals and objectives of your event? What are you trying to do? What's your big thing? What do you want to be able to do with this? What resources do you have available, to you to be able to do that? Does it make sense? For you to be able to do hybrid on some level. And I think within the conversation too, it's like, sometimes you don't need to go full blown either, right? It's like we've done some things where people have done like, okay, we're just going to do this little piece of our event hybrid and let people come in virtually for like maybe just the general sessions because we don't want to have all this equipment. We're not sure about this yet. Let's just go in gently, or like maybe it's not the right time to do that too. So anyway, conversation is a great way to start. And if you want to go in deeper, and you want to be like, yeah, maybe we want to bring you guys in to help us with this event, planning is probably the next big step, right? Is where we'd actually formally become a partner with you in one form or fashion and help you put a plan together for your event. From it could be a multi-day event, it could be a one, maybe it's just a live webinar that you're doing. But we could sit down with you and actually put an action plan together and help you execute it.
Yeah,
What
and
else, Roxanne?
yeah, another aspect of our services is we can help you with the marketing and the communication. And with that, we do have a kind of wide level of services from helping you design event graphics, event logos, things like that. And then how do you communicate that? Because this is the face of your event, and how do you communicate professionally? So it is an end-to-end with that. From some of the activities we've done before, we've done fully designed communication plan, thinking through like announcements, call for proposals, acceptance. So we've done complete communication plans, even thinking through things. We've helped people design forms for feedback. We have, let's see, what other types of things? I'm like drawing a blank. Oh, we've helped with copy for websites. We have helped design and implement mail newsletter communications through the different types of platforms. So we can help you with working within your systems, or if you need additional third-party systems, we can help you figure out which ones would work for that and how they work together. So Ken, do you have an add-on, anything I slipped my mind
Yeah,
on?
a couple other ones popped in my mind. Like we've helped people design their slide decks for their presentations, like maybe just help them with some intro slides or housekeeping slides, like you want to tell people how to communicate or do things. We've helped also with that communication during the event, like how do we collect the comments that people are putting into the chat and put them out to the presenters in a way that they can digest it and stay focused on their presentation. So that's another communication
Like,
aspect.
and we have a wide, like I said, now I was like, the other thing we started doing this year that has been very helpful is we can also assist with preparing your speakers, in particular the keynote, to do a little, sometimes it needs just a little light touch on the slide deck, or how you're going to introduce the conference or the event. So those kind of pre-launch slides, we worked with that. And then we've also done some video design where we'll do some interviews and then polish and edit some videos that people have used in social media and also within the newsletter. So adding that video component for communication has really helped to increase attendance, honestly.
So another area we can help with is that preparation of your virtual environment, or your hybrid environment. We've kind of alluded to this as we've talked about different things during this session, but yeah, so I mean, we can put together what your whole virtual environment is going to look like. Maybe if you have an event application, we can help design that and set that up. Maybe even show how people can go to your event website and how that segues into the event itself and how they get into the sessions. For a hybrid environment, obviously, setting up equipment or recommending what equipment that you need. Maybe you have staff that are your boots on the ground, and we just work with them on setup and testing and that kind of thing, with the hybrid environment.
And so then another aspect is the actual facilitation and the support of the event. So we can assist with that launch of it. We can assist with monitoring sessions, just the behind the scenes. So sometimes we are on camera and very present within the events, and other times we are behind the scenes. And so we have worked with teams to help them, in the planning part of like that event design of like, oh, this is how we're going to submit questions. Well, actually, during the event, we are on task and present, and we take that part of the work so that the team we were working with, the internal team, they were focused on being on camera and negotiating and passing that microphone back. And then what Ken and I were doing was managing and the inflow of questions and comments. So that's another example of something that we would do actually during the event to support it.
Yeah, and sometimes even in larger events too, where we're more involved, we're that support team too. Like somebody can't get into the event, or they're like, yeah, I don't know, I can't share my content properly. We get called on and pulled in to help from that perspective as well. So it just depends, but we do that. And then closing out the event is another aspect, and we did a video series on this because I think it's often an afterthought or not done very well at all. But we help people with that. Like maybe it's just how do you follow up with your participants that came into the event? Is there any data that you can look at? Are there any reports? I mentioned recordings earlier. Like, are there recordings that need to be polished up and transferred or posted somewhere, uploaded somewhere? Do we need to have some type of after action meeting to talk with the group that was involved, and what went well, what did we like, what were the challenges, what could we do differently next time, and just close out that event on a high note so you can use that information going forward.
There, yeah. So if you would like to learn more, you can visit www.i2itech.com/virtual, or reach out to Ken or to me for that conversation, because one of the things that you can tell from just listening to this is an area that we are highly specialized, and we've worked through literally every aspect of virtual and hybrid events for a number of years. So Ken, anything else in closing?
Yeah, and if some of this information appealed to you, you'll see different videos on our YouTube channel about different things that we've done to help people, different aspects of our services. If you were curious about, like, tell me more about the marketing communication piece or the planning piece. We have different videos for that. We have different conversations that we've had too. So you want to get to know us a little bit before reaching out. Like I know sometimes we were like, I don't know if I want to. I feel like I want to have a conversation with these folks, but I'm not sure about it. You can get a feel for who we are through those videos. And like I said, if you can get up the courage and you have something to talk about, feel free to reach out to us. We're always up for a conversation. All right. Well, thank you for joining us, and we will see you on the next one.